Todd Blanche is the one, according to Pam Bondi, who said we're only going to release the 3-ish million files that have been released because the rest are duplicates. Todd Blanche is the one that oversaw the operation to, in my view, illegally redact files that should not have been redacted, and then again illegally reveal information related to survivors of Epstein's crimes that should not have been revealed. Any way you slice it, his management of the Epstein files release process has been a complete and abject failure. To then promote him to Attorney General after that complete and abject failure would be a puzzling decision, and I hope senators won't make it.
Congressman, I saw this new reporting in the New York Times out today.
Hi, welcome to Reading the Room Tarot. I'm doing this from my bed today, if you can't tell. We're going to see things differently soon. Look at the indoor furniture and the computer out on the lawn, right there in the grass. I'm thinking about data centers. Data centers are so stupid. It's like putting 8-track players when we know discs are on the way. If I can age myself, and if this is this age group, which it seems like it is by my analytics on YouTube. If you don't know what that means, exactly. An outdated system we don't need. For environmentalists out there in Utah, I think, well, that's the next data center. They want to put like 40 acres of freaking batteries. And wherever they do have the data center, maybe it's Texas, it's raised, or it could be Utah. I keep thinking Utah. It's raised the temperature by 12 degrees. They're so worried about global warming. They're creating it. The earth can handle global warming. And there's no love. What you were just listening to is a snippet from Epstein's, what's it called? House staffers visit convicted Epstein accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell's prison today. So it's Todd Blanche on Capitol Hill to build support for AG bid. Give me a break. You know who'd be better for that? Even though, yeah, there's no complete story there. There were 6 million files, 3 million, a little more than 3 million released. If you want to see them, they're all bound and in a beautiful art display in, I think it's Soho. Around there, maybe Tribeca, and they did a beautiful job. It's rooms of files. They're absolutely horrendous. President Trump had 100 FBI agents redacting those 3 million files. They're supposed to be unredacted. They've not been. But there's 3 million that haven't been released. They are totally unstable. They're creating instability in our country. And all around the world, because it is a global operation.
About what happened inside the jail where Epstein died back in 2019. The Times spoke.
Oh, I would say Epstein's alive. I heard that he is just, that's my opinion and belief. I'm allowed to have it. Upon information and belief, I believe Epstein's alive. I heard he was just sitting in a lounge chair in a backyard party in Palm Beach. How Epstein is that? If you read anything about him, reporters would say they'd walk into their offices, and he'd just be sitting there. Hey, it's me. And he did the same thing. Oh, he just walked out of there. Who hangs themselves from 2 feet in their own room? If you wanted to, you couldn't. Bad guidance. On the record, you'll see from New York, Southern District of New York. The attorneys had and weren't allowed or permitted to release the evidence of the guards who said, the cameras were cut and we saw a van come up, unregistered, and leave around the same time. For us, it's like this huge mystery. That guy just picked up his shit, got in a car, got in the van, and was driven off. Somebody looked like him, used as the cadaver. You look at the nose, it's not even the same profile. And you know what's really annoying to me? Reaching out and being seen. Yeah, he's in hiding. What really bothers me is every picture of Epstein, he looks like this, like, dare I say, handsome guy in his, 40s or 50s. You never see him really as old as he is now. And he never looks gross. I mean, look at my hands. I'm 52 years old. These look worse than him. People who are so media conscious, why are they doing that? Why are they having him look so good? Guy was a monster. And he's a Cub Scout compared to the remaining 3 million files, which are mostly emails. But there's video too. A lot of video. No time soon. No time soon. Nothing to see here. No money, no abundance. Heartless, no emotions. I think those remaining are like the Trump emails. It goes from being the Epstein files to the Trump emails. You got to bully a bully. For the 5 or 6 of you who see this, I hope it informs you. I hope it helps us out. Because keeping this secret is what's causing the wars all over the world. Why are our bases hit all over the Middle East? American bases. Why? Why do we give them $300 billion? That's part of the package for Iran. Why? To rebuild. Rebuild why? They're like, clean up your shit. You got rid of those bases because you're trafficking. The former DNI, what was her name? The lady with the black hair and the gray street, the no boundaries. Unhealthy, toxic. The lady who was just in there, I can't think of her name right now. Black hair with the gray streak. She's gone now. But she said, we are not your prostitutes, President Trump. You are not a pimp. And the American military, the armed forces, are not your prostitutes. You listen to him. What a con artist. I was just listening to him say, I'll play it for you. Listening to him say how he's not going to heaven. Keep saying.
You had talked a couple of weeks ago, you were doing an interview, and you talked about how you hope to end the war in Ukraine because it might help you get in.
Is anything going to get me in heaven? Okay, I really don't. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound. I may be in heaven right now as we fly an Air Force One. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make heaven. But I've made life a lot better for a lot of people. And
a lot of sick people made life a lot better for a lot of people. Doesn't that sound just like a con artist? I watch these things on Netflix, the con artists, and it's just like, wow, they do anything to protect the lie. Literally anything to protect the lie. They do one bad thing and they'll do 7 more. They say this statistically. They'll do 7 other bad things to cover up the one bad thing. And they're always worse. That seems to be the case here. So those are the statistics there on the con artists. And then, they just blackmail. They've hurt kids so badly, and God will not let that be. I just don't believe that he will. There's an undiscovered path for all of us. And you stay connected to your breath and your soul, and you'll get there. I think of Martin Luther King Jr. when he said the night before he died, what a profound speech on the mountaintop. When you listen to it and he dies the next day, it's almost like he knew he was going, because he says longevity has its place. I may not get there with you, but I've been to the mountaintop and I've seen the promised land. And we will get to the promised land. Unlike Trump, I know I'm heaven bound. It's God's will, not mine. Amen. That is my prayer. That and the Our Father. We all deserve that journey. Why would you ever want to control people like that? I just don't know. But they do. I think it's part of the profile of the narcissist. They have to be believed. Their idea that you think they're a good person, or that the majority does, because right around them, they don't care. Once the mask comes off, ooh, they are ruthless. They'll just be as nasty as they've ever wanted to be to you. But to the public, yeah, they're stuck. I'm telling you, they are stuck. It's just too big. Black magic. They went into all kinds of, they went into all kinds. Let me read this for you. They're stuck, fluid reverse, magic reverse. They went into all kinds of like darkness, picking up all kinds of, because when you deal with people who are doing bad things, who are capable of that, and that becomes your crew, those are your allies, all kinds of spooky shit. And all dark magic is illegal activity. That's all it is. It's gossip, it's slander, it's lying, it's cheating, it's stealing, it's killing, it's murdering, it's covering up. It's not learning the lesson. It's not even knowing, actually, because there are real people do voodoo. Oh, you'll feel that. I've before been like, I felt the energy come right through me. I had to jump away from it. I promise you, I've been alone, like in isolation for so long. No one wants me to talk. Light up the place. No. They bring darkness. You see that? And they don't even know what they're doing. But there's a little light inside. They're going to the black hole. It is framed out. This is God's plan. Earth is God's plan. His baby, his dream. You're not getting in the way of God. God created water. Can you imagine that? I can't. How he conceived of all of it. I mean, there's got to be a bigger universal being. There just has to be. Thank God for God. And God has a sense of humor. But if we don't see these con artists, I'm really, really surprised at the Republicans. I am an independent, but I hung out on the Republican side for a long time. My first, use your discernment. They'll lock us up and they'll put a big heart on it. This is for you. It's a better place. I helped a lot of people along the way. Where are the people who have click languages? That's how we used to communicate. And there are people who still did. They're not primitive. Actually, we're going towards, you can see language is relaxing. We're going more towards energy. Because that's just what happened with this technology. These guys just went, no one knew what AI was going to do. No one knew. It's all undiscovered. So I said, well, it's not about money. It's about who hears first. Let's have that conversation. Because if it's you, me, and the air around me, I've been studying that my whole life. All she does is stare. But I wasn't just staring. I was feeling through the energy. I was saying, what the fuck is in here? We're not going, visualize. I would think, this doesn't go out to outer space. It's right here. It's right here. It's right between us. This is happening. I'm talking into the phone. How does it get to the phone? What is the microphone picking up? Vibration, frequency, energy, intention, my voice. And I really don't like my voice. I don't like the edge in it. I thought, we really got to change my tone. And we got there. But I don't know anybody. I don't have any contracts. But I said, well, fuck you. It's a brand new frontier. I'm here too. I'm not moving, bitch. I know this is recorded. Can you believe how horrible my language is? It's the way it is. I can't stop. I'm so mad. Because they disrupted my home. All I wanted was a quiet little life. Anyone should be allowed to have that. The United States of America. Freedom. If the earth is God's baby, I mean the world, and he's all of creation, the United States of America is like his love child. In God we trust. Freedom. The only country to have ever freed themselves from England, really. England won every other war. I mean, eventually they did. France and Germany and Scotland, they had to rebuild. I mean, those are huge battles. But we did too. Free and the brave. You've got to be brave. But my energy gets so down, it's hard for me to move around. It does something to you. Well, it did something to me. You're a winner collective. Your pets are winners. There are no rules because no one knew where AI was going. They couldn't say where it was going. I can't say where it was going, but the thing went fast, really all on its own, and should have been shut down. We shouldn't have any of these wires, and we shouldn't have those stupid data centers. They're such a waste of money, of land. There's so much more we can do. There's so much more that was done that was undone that they're creating products out of. They're creating products out of human beings. Farm to table with these sick motherfuckers. They don't want this information out because it is so sick. It will change the way we think forever. It has changed me. I see the world in a way that is just heartbreaking. To know this kind of casual cruelty has been running the world. Our little kids, so innocent, so cute. And these disgusting thieves. Instead of let them eat cake, you'll see there's, even in the Epstein file I have, this girl I know, I grew up with, is in there. I think she trafficked me, we'll see. But even in that, it says, instead of let them eat cake, it says let them eat Quaaludes. Yeah, they just drug the hell out of you. Anything is possible. They make nothing possible. That's what they want. You're a little piggy in a cage. Why do you tell me that? Listen, you big fat orange bag of shit. I'm done with alone time. It's my birthright. Why you and not me? That's the American way. I'm out of patience, and I'm right here. There's no timeline jumping. You see that? They're trying to rewrite history. You can't. It's a forever thing. If you're here, and you're good and you're listening, I love you. And if you're one of those, you know. See you next time. Subscribe. Please subscribe.